We are 3DS, three dudes who have a common interest in cryptocurrency, finance, technology, sports science, politics, and current events. The content provided in this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and is not intended to be, nor should it be construed as financial advice. The opinions expressed are those of the hosts and guests and do not represent professional financial guidance. Always consult with a certified financial advisor or conduct your own research before making any investment decisions. Listeners act on this information at their own risk. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the cast. It has been a week, a weekend. We are got so much to catch up on. We got Corey, we got Nate, we in the building tonight. We're stepping out. We got so much to talk about. So excited. Try to contain ourselves. Got to be stoic. Let's get into it.
Oh, you got the master of stoicism in the building, so I'll take care of you.
All right. Right off the rip, here we go. Let's dive on in. We had the crypto ball this weekend. Well, Friday night, last Friday. Uh I guess it was around 9:30-ish. Don't quote me on that. A meme coin was dropped. The world went parabolic. I was too busy on an airplane flying halfway across the country. So I didn't get in on this excitement. Did any of you?
If you,
Yes.
yeah, I was gonna say if,
Yes.
if you're referring to Trump, the
Fight,
Trump meme
fight, fight.
coin, I'm not
Yes,
heavy
I'm
on
referring to the Trump coin that dropped Friday evening.
Nate got in at 80 cent.
it. I wish I did. No, I did not get it. 2407. But if you look at it as a collectible or one of these, assets in the future, you don't know what's going to happen with this thing. There could be a little campaign around it. Trump could, hype it up at any moment and take the price higher. So,
Anything's
again,
possible.
just one of those rather have it and not needed assets and than needed and not have it in any capacity. So,
For sure.
but of course, if I'd have been online at 80 cents, I would have a lot more that I didn't need than I do. But
Okay. So the other big news out of Friday before Donald Trump even took office was before the man broke the threshold leaving the building, ETFs were filed. Gary Gensler, you're fucking out of here. Yeah, big clap on that. Get him out. Happy's gone already in the 4 days that the man has been in the seat, really 3.5 because he took it at noon. We've had more done in the crypto community than the entire Biden Harris administration 4 years.
there's been more done in the entire country in the past 72 hours than there the last 1,000 days.
It's very true.
Sure.
Very true. And so, having that said, with the ETFs, I think it was to the tune of 33 of them were filed.
Oh yeah, significant amount, a
Yeah.
lot.
They got
Some
them
of
just sitting in there waiting. They've been in there.
well,
Gary
yeah,
just saying, "On do not
they've been
want."
backlogged or they've been rejected, but
I don't know. I think a lot of the futures ETFs were they were all kind of submitted on the 17th. Like they saw the opportunity and they're like, okay, well now we can get some leveraged ETFs in there and see what we can do.
mhm, yep.
But
So
yeah, it's gonna overwhelm the system. I mean, all that'll be in play mid-February. I don't see why it wouldn't get passed. You're looking at the pro crypto administration, and that's their narrative. I mean, clearly with the two signatures today, and probably more in the future. So
oh,
what, man?
jumping way ahead.
It's
That's all right. We'll tie it on in. The cat's out of the bag. Uh, it was signed today. I believe I have it right here. I mean, I apologize because this was a little bit out of the order here, but that's fine. I'll get it pulled up quickly. Y'all bear with me here. Here we go. I'm gonna do a share screen here. And this is what occurred today.
Crypto to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
What a beautiful.
All right, David, that's for you.
Thanks, sir.
What he said.
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make crypto to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
There you go. World
Which is really
capital
going up.
crypto.
Let's go, baby.
Big bullish right there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're not on the train,
I could tell you they're fucking blind. They're blind. They're not even paying attention. This type of stuff drops and the price doesn't even move. It just goes to show like people really don't get it. Like even when it's happening, they don't get it. They're not gonna get it until the price just organically explodes. And then that's when the FOMO in retail is gonna hop in and just cause it to go even higher.
yep, absolutely. I mean, it's you couldn't ask for a better setup for all this. I mean, everybody we talked about it on the cast last week. Just kind of threw out some random predictions of what we thought, how when it was going to come out. I didn't foresee it coming out this soon, to be honest. I thought it was going to be, maybe in the February before we saw this kind of granted it's a committee. It's not the reserve just yet, but all signs are kind of leaning, pointing that way. It's just the setup for it. So,
Yeah. No, I mean you're right. I didn't think it was gonna happen that quick neither. I knew it would happen. Well, I didn't know, but I had a strong feeling that it would happen within 90 days because he showed that off of his last time he was in office. He gets busy in the first 90 days.
yep,
But like you said, this came quick, and this is to the point of like how ridiculous crypto community is. Like the day he was inaugurated, everybody was mad that he didn't really necessarily say anything about crypto or free what's his name, that dude Ross Ulrich. What
yep.
a day later he does it now, and the day 2 days later now we're getting a strategic stockpile. Like that's what I said. Like they sell off when he didn't do it right when they wanted it to. Now it's actually happened and we're chilling. That's why I say people are just I don't know what they're doing. Got their heads up their ass.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So another thing I wanted to quickly share my thoughts and screen on here is something he said today at the World Economic Forum over there in Davos, Switzerland, or not Switzerland, Poland, maybe. Doesn't matter where it was. He wasn't there. He obviously was fielding calls, but this is what he said, and it's also very bullish. So enjoy.
Make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. Make the
I mean, come on. It goes into the whole ties in all the Stargate stuff. I mean, we're we got so much to be excited for. If y'all aren't excited, you need to change a job because you're putting way too much into it.
I told you before we started, I was lit when I heard this. I've been composed and like waiting, but this actually, I was like, all right, now we got some stuff actually in action. Things are happening. So now you can get a little excited. Don't get too excited, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Keep
like this is
composure,
this is a win. This is a big win because you said that Moore's got done for
exposure.
crypto in the last 72 hours than the last freaking
Last 4 years,
administration.
yeah.
Yeah, but I would,
Biden and Harris.
to be fair, this has been the most done in crypto ever in any administration because prior to, it was still in its infancy and
Mhm.
like, this on the fringe kind of investment stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it wasn't that long ago that Jamie Dimon and Larry Fink and the rest of the big dog CEOs were looking at Bitcoin, calling it a scam and everything under the sun. And uh, well, they stuck their hands in the bowl of pudding and they realized that it's sweet. So they
in
got a little
less than
taste of
10
that Pooh
years,
Bear.
yeah, for sure. And even if they didn't get a taste of it, if you were just standing in the sidelines, and I feel like that's what happens to most people, is they hear about crypto and Bitcoin, they look at it, and whatever that price may have been, you might have been 20,000 for you to see it to go to 100 grand, or $100 to see it go to 5 grand, whatever that number was for you. It's different for everybody, but they got the same feeling too when they seen it go sort of 10 to 69 to 15 past up to 70 again. Like, ain't any well-informed investor is not going to ignore that, regardless of volatility and what they try to tell you.
I'm with you. I think everybody in here is with you. We're ready. Hey, this is what we trained for.
It's literally, this is what we've been training for. This is what we've been learning for. This is what we've been being patient for and waiting for. And that's why I said last week, if you're not, you need to quit fucking walking. You need to start sprinting. Like, you should have been doing it
Time to go.
months ago. You need to be on it because
You about to
in the
not be
next
able to sprint. You about to get a fucking car.
in 2 to 3 months, it's going to be very risk. It's going to be 1,000x riskier to get into crypto at that point because I feel like the market is going to have such a explosion. Then you're gonna miss out on the majority of the gains right there. Then you're gonna be searching for those coins that just keep going and running and going beyond everybody's expectation.
Absolutely.
So again, I'm over here shaking my head, but I'm excited. I don't give a fuck if the price is down. Uh, Cryptos are down 4 to 5%. That's nothing. We're about to blow up. We're about to
It's
blow up.
it's having that forethought and using your putting your puzzle pieces are finally starting to come together. You're starting to get your picture now. Now you're like you when you do a puzzle and you kind of build the outside was built. Now you start building into the middle or you start building different areas of it. We got big areas filled in now. Now it's time
For
to put
sure.
these little pieces in place to complete the puzzle. And once that motherfucker is completed, oh baby. All right. So, having that said, we had multiple states apply for uh uh Bitcoin reserve. Here's my question for you, Nate. Do you think the states will get it off first before the feds do?
I'm gonna say I doubt it only because they're competing with Trump, but it's possible because some of these people have been, had that legislation for a long time. It's not like it just popped up on inauguration day for some of these states. You look at a Texas or things like that. They've been talking about this for years, so they may have, everything in place as far as okay, well, you want legislation. What do you have as far as the layout? What's your plan? What's your process of implementing that into your society? What's all of these things? So, if they already have that infrastructure in place, I see it moving a little more swiftly. And again, it all kind of depends on this crypto team, the new crypto task force. So, which again, obviously is clear to me that it is going to be, more forward thinking and forward leaning onto these assets, digital currencies, and things of that nature. So, it's hard to say. I really, at this point, I don't care who's first. I don't care who's next. It's, they're all going to buy it.
I guess more so is it would you foresee the states having the approval and moving forward faster than the Fed? I guess kind of like where I was at. I mean, like, do you see the states going? But I guess that you would need the approval first, the clarity for the states to go ahead and start
But
taking
again,
off with
there's
it, right?
there's potentially ways around that. You got to think about it from, I think about, I really structured my mindset on the local government and the big government, off of the COVID and off of things like that, where you really see the power of your local officials and their doctrines. So, or even marijuana licensing, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
federally, it's not legal, but you can do it in states legally. So if there's some way that they might even own Bitcoin right now, I think it's fine. And I think, it's probably going to be an umbrella type situation. It's not going to be like, oh, the states can own this, the government can own this. It's going to be like, here it is. It doesn't matter. It's just an asset. Nobody's blocked off from having this within their, balance sheet as a company or
Hmm.
their personal portfolio as a individual or whatever it looks like.
Corey, anything to add to that?
I mean, no, he hit the nail on the head. I mean, I agree with all that. I would say that the states would be first, but like he said, you got Trump in there, so he's obviously proving that right now he's not fucking around, so he can
And
get
when
the
I
job
say,
done.
and when I say you got Trump in there, I want to be clear for people. Like this guy is not somebody who wants to be beat by somebody else. He said,
He's
we're
competitive.
going to be the first. We're going to be the best.
Hmm.
Texas ain't going to outshine me in the Bitcoin race. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So from that aspect, I think, you know, and then people could come back and be like, well, do you think he would suppress it in order to make himself look better? I'm not going to go down every rabbit hole about it. I think that's the way it would be structured. I think that's the sequential timeline, in my opinion.
What benefit does he get from suppressing it? He's already invested in
I'm just
crypto.
speaking to the crazy, theorist.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a dick. He is all these things. He's a Nazi dictator, crazy man. But I don't know.
No, but
Well, I
again,
mean,
he
that's part
does
of
do
the.
it,
Go
if
ahead. Go
he
ahead. Go
does
ahead.
do it, it's going to be almost instantaneous for the states because you already have what 11 or 12 of them that are already filed for it.
I think we're at
So you're
13
gonna,
now.
yeah, you're gonna see it flip. It's gonna be like if federal does it instantly for the states, but he made a valid point with marijuana and it being legal in certain states, but it's still federally legal. Again, if Trump wasn't in office, that's probably how it would go down, but probably not in this scenario.
Well, the deal that was just cleared where they're Operation Stargate, which that's going. We'll talk about that a little bit more here later, but um, AI is they're going to build massive AI centers down in Texas, so that kind of ties in with the crypto as well. So there's a ton of stuff coming down the line. It's just like, boy, when he said drill, baby, drill, I didn't know we were expanding our pipeline from 2 feet to 8 feet.
We're
That's
going all in. America's bullish on everything, bro. Just not just crypto. Like America's
Hmm.
oh,
bullish.
100%. 100%. Um, so if y'all will give us a thumbs up, comment, say hello to us, we will respond back. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We're not done. Just want to throw that in there real quick. Smash the subscribe button.
Ugh,
I don't know why we say smash. It's
I
just
don't
like
know why.
what every YouTuber says, I guess. But hit the like button, click the like button, and let's talk about if Solana and XRP get introduced into the reserve, how does that affect it?
It's just an accelerator like all these other factors we speak about. It's going to be faster, whether they adopt it now, whether they adopt it in 5 years after they've already watched it blow out through ETFs and Bitwise and BlackRock and whoever else wants to buy it.
Canary Capital.
Bring it on. If they don't, by the time they do, it'll be too late. But again, you have to look at the team around it. I mean, the rumors are already there. There's, altcoin reserve conversations happening. I don't think, I also don't think the administration would incentivize owning these cryptos when, and taking tax regulation off of it if they weren't going to invest into it themselves. So why would they not invest into all the American-made cryptos that they're pushing, the SUIs, the SOLs, the ADA, XRP, XLM, HBAR, all those ISO compliant coins that we have talked about and tried to put everybody on game with. But So from that aspect, I think it makes sense because you're investing back into the American-made company that you're promoting. So
Mm-hmm.
Big facts.
I mean, the XRP thing, the more I look at it, the more bullish I am. And I know it took Corey a little bit to get uh get a little bit of excitement out of XRP, but man, you look at their balance sheet as a company, they got billions of dollars in the company. Like they're running a company. That's a project that is like legitimate. So if to me it is one of the ones that, and I'm not, there's there's all different projects. I'm not advocating 100% for XRP, but I just looking at the tokenomics or looking at the company as a whole, it just makes so much sense if they pulled it into the strategic reserve because it's no different than like a BlackRock. They're running it like a legitimate company already, which is wild that it got suppressed for 4 years by Gary Gensler and his goons. But I digress. Hopefully, in the next 30 days, we get some clarity. They shut the case down, throw it out, whatever they got to do. It sounds like Brad Garland House is ready just to tell them to keep that check that's in escrow right now and just give us what we need so we can push this entire industry forward. Get off my soapbox. Speaking of Larry Fink, this man was so giddy this morning. I get up, I'm sipping my coffee. Larry Fink comes on Squawk Box, and he is just gushing about it, just how old girl was a couple weeks ago, talking about tokenizing stocks and how it's gonna if a
And
shareholder
bonds.
and bonds, and if a shareholder can't be at a meeting, well, it's on the blockchain. You can find it that way. But I'm telling you, this dude, like, he must have just got done getting just greased up about it from somebody, because I'm telling you, it was
well, they
seeing
bought
that.
$755 million worth of Bitcoin today.
So as soon as he got done with that interview, he went and bought some Bitcoin.
Oh, they bought 600 million last night. It
Mhm.
transacted this morning, and then they bought 155 million later on during the day.
This is what I'm saying, people. Like, if y'all don't understand, you you follow the money. Like, we've been talking about this for so long. You watch it in movie. It's on Rush Hour. Follow the white dude with all the money. Like, it ain't got to be a white dude, but you know what I'm saying? You follow the money. You follow where the big corporations are these major asset managers are putting their money. And that's just Bitcoin. That ain't even like we ain't even got the clarity for all the other things yet. Once that starts rolling in, Jesus take the
Off to the
wheel.
races. So there's a lot that was just said there. I'm going to try to
Oh yeah,
cover
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
few a
yeah.
few of them points, but um, the fact that he's on there and he, like you said, he was getting all giddy. He's excited because he knows it's like right around the corner. The tokenization and he said tokenization of assets in general. Like this is why ISO, what is it, 20022 compliant tokens are so clutch. And this is the institutional run. 21 was retail. You had NFTs and memes going crazy. I don't think we will see it to that. We will see it to that extent, but it's going to be more institutional tokens this go around, and even OG tokens that have been building and that are actually real companies, like what you're getting at. My biggest thing with XRP, even
This is a little
still,
bit of a shift from your previous thoughts. So this is interesting. Hot takes. Sorry.
well, no, because I that doesn't mean I don't think meme coins are going to pop. They're still going to pop because you're going to have people making money, and people are greedy. They're going to get 100x, then they're going to try to get 1000x. You know what I'm saying? People are going to pull profits down from their major tokens, Bitcoin, ETH, whatever they've been holding, and then roll it into the memes. And then we will see an altcoin season. But this forever changes crypto in the sense of traditional bear markets, altcoins got decimated. Everybody would get out of alts and sit in Bitcoin and ETH because they held better. But
Mhm.
if you have a altcoin reserve where the government and corporations are investing in it, it's it goes against the OG ethos of crypto of buying into crypto, a bit like kind of like a rebellious thing. Like we're buying crypto to opt out of your current system. Now the current system is coming in there. OG crypto people don't like it. But the point remains, like you said, you swim with the whales. It's going to add that extra net of security. So when we do go through a bear market, altcoins aren't going to drop as hard as they used to. Like the market's going to, the floor is has been risen.
That's what I
And
said.
the ceiling has been risen as well. We're not going to bleed out as hard. That doesn't mean change up your whole thing. You should still stick to your plan, but
Oh
just
yeah,
be
have a plan.
prepared. Yeah, have a plan and be prepared that if you think alts are going to drop 80, what if they only drop 60 or 70? At 60 and 70%, maybe you should start allocating just a little bit. And if it
Hmm.
does go to where you want it, you think, well, that's great. You're going to get cheaper and better price. But I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening. Like I said,
Okay.
this changes crypto forever. Like it's all different. We have legislation coming. Yeah, it's changing the game. And now
Mm.
he's done it. Give it a month. Other countries are going to be FOMOing into,
Well, they're already. I mean,
but
I
it's
think
going to heat
South
up the
Africa was
race.
talking about it. The guy was like, "Nah, nah." Now he's like, "Well, maybe this might be something to look into."
Exactly. It's just a domino effect, man. You're not bullish enough.
Anything to add, Nate?
I mean, he hit the nail on the head. I would just say, even beyond the reserve, though, you have all these ETFs that, even though I said it 6 months ago, people looked at me sideways because I said, I don't think you'll have the same, bear, trends that you would typically see because of ETF support. And people think that's, they kind of pass by the wayside on it. I'm like, well, how do you think Bitcoin gets to float at 104, 100 grand? Like, it's because people buy billions of dollars of this a day, or high hundreds of millions. And in real time, you can see that. So I'm with Corey. I think that support's going to be there definitely because I've said it. People is like it's going to drop during the summer. I'm like, we'll just be starting to cook off come this summer, like as far as the altcoins go, because you'll have those Solana ETFs that are just picking up the real traction.
Mhm.
XRP ETFs, things like. I mean, I saw a Doge ETF filed. I'm seeing all kind of crazy stuff. So I hope you packed your bag. Like I said in the signal chat, we went from checkers to chess today, and you need to watch your plays and just be ready. And stoicism.
I don't. You can get a little excited. I mean, it's a big win. Community as
Exactly.
a whole has been waiting for this for a long time. So while stoic, I think this being stoic during like while your coins are rising and managing your own account is where it really matters. But this, you could be excited about this kind of stuff. This is awesome. I mean, I
Well,
just
I am excited. I didn't say I wasn't. I'm just telling you, keep
sure.
your head on a swivel.
Got to have
Speaking
balance.
speaking of ETFs, did you guys see Calamus Investment launched the protected Bitcoin ETF today?
Mm-hmm.
That's a kind of a wild thought. Like 100% of your money back if it drops 50%. Where's the risk?
Where where is their conviction come from? What does that tell you? If
Well,
they're
that's
willing to do
yeah, that's
that.
another thing. It's like they know something. Somebody knows something. Well, they all know something.
Mhm.
There's the stuff that's read between the lines, as they say. Oh, motherfucker, I wasn't born yesterday. I could read between these lines. You doing 100% protection? Nah, you want me to tie it up with you, but you gonna be make this same thing like you were just talking about. Banks, they make a bust us in the head.
Mhm.
That's why we went to cryptocurrency now. They're catching on. They're coming into this new wave of energy and money, and they know something. They got the forecast. They got the insider information. So it's just it's incredible.
Really is. I mean, again, I've always said, and I feel like that's the Larry Fink thing. Like the more you study crypto and Bitcoin and what it is, and like what Nate talks about when you Google what banks are and what they do, what money and fiat is, it's like the light bulb just gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and
Hmm.
eventually you're just like, that's why they say you take the orange pill, the Bitcoin pill,
Yep.
because the more you learn about it, the more bullish you get on it. Like if the people that aren't bullish on it are uh, the uneducated, the ignorant people, or they're just haters in a sense. Like maybe they bought Bitcoin, dumped on them, they sold out. Like what's that guy, the gold bug? He's always bashing Bitcoin and like he says, "Oh, don't buy Bitcoin, buy gold." But gold is a turtle; it moves so slow. Like you're not gonna get life-changing wealth with gold. Like maybe when I die, it'll be worth something, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to see it within my lifetime.
But also, I mean, how are you gonna parcel out your gold? I mean, you got to go through a broker and like, it's
You
just
could buy gold on paper. You can go buy
it's not as
spot
easy
gold.
to and it's not
It's
as
not as
easy to
easy
be
as
like,
crypto.
yeah, what do you need? Okay, I'm gonna send it over to you. Send me your address. Show me your QR code.
Oh no, you're
Gone.
not doing
Sent.
that. Yeah,
See
you're
ya.
not doing that. You're not transacting. Gold people, that's not what they're doing. They're buying gold and they're holding on to
They're
it.
holding on to it. Yeah, but that's that's a difference between you talk about the flight to quality. That's the difference on holding
Hmm.
it as a an asset over time. I mean, that's what the conviction has been with Bitcoin too.
Yeah,
It's a slow play on my hat here, you know what I'm saying? It's really it's a brewery, but it's also Bo and it's also Bitcoin.
for sure, for sure. It's a triple entendre.
There you go. Earlier in the week, Bank of America CEO says that the US banking industry will embrace crypto for payments if regulators allow it. Breaking as of what, a couple hours ago?
Wells Fargo.
No, the hold on. I had it up. Hit my wheel and it scrolled away. A few hours ago, SB, what's that bill? What's that bill? Help me out, boys. Banks are allowed to custody it now.
I think it's 121 or something like that.
Yeah, 121. SB 121, maybe.
It's fucking all happening, and it's crazy because it's all like almost simultaneously. Like
Uh-huh.
it, the amount of information that has come out in the last 24, 48 hours is just like I said, it's a crypto person's wet dream in a sense. Like, what what are y'all not like? This is what I'm saying. Retail is nowhere to be found. Prices are down. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, Bitcoin's been chilling, but you would think when we hear this, we should have been at 110 already. But no, it's just hanging out.
Sorry, I'm looking for this bill and SAB 121. SEC is repealed, so it allows the banks to custody crypto assets. I mean,
It's happening. It's fucking happening.
one thing at a time. But the one thing at a time I didn't expect to happen all in the same day, one at a time. It's mind blowing. Also, it should be noted our Madam uh, Cynthia Loomis, she is now She tweeted out big news today. Senator Cynthia Loomis got promoted, so she is now uh, the chair of the banking subcommittee on digital assets. So this is laser eyes. Everybody is just big bullets. I wish we had a filter to put laser eyes on us right now.
I honestly feel like they showed their hand. Like today, they really showed their hand. Everything they've been telling you for the last year about, crypto being bad or whatever, they've been wanting to get into this way sooner. The environment wasn't set for them. Now that Trump's set and he's pro crypto, now the environment is set for them to do what they really want to do. That's why it happened so fast. They've been wanting to do this. Now they just kind of got the green light to do it, and everybody's quick, quick. Like we said, 3 days in, this is happening. They're trying to get this all in play by mid-February, March, and they're going to be going ham. We're going to be rocking, baby.
So here's what our dear Cynthia said. Digital assets are the future, and if the United States wants to remain a global leader in financial innovation, Congress needs to urgently pass bipartisan legislation establishing a comprehensive legal framework for digital assets and that strengthen the US dollar with a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I am humbled my colleagues have placed their trust in me to chair this historic subcommittee, and I look forward to shepherding in bipartisan legislation by Donald Trump's desk or to Donald Trump's desk this year that secures our financial future.
Keywords urgently. They're not talking like, oh, we're doing this. No, they're urgently. Larry Fink this morning, the SEC needs to rapidly approve things. Like they want this stuff like
Rapidly. Yeah.
now. We need this now, not tomorrow. We need it now
Excuse me,
because
maybe
they.
buy a couple NFTs real quick.
I don't know. I don't know. NFT. I'm not touching NFTs. I'm not touching NFTs. I have my one stupid NFT and that's it. I'm just leaving it at that. I'm not touching them
And then
until NFTs are talking about like, oh, I can buy a record or somebody's new mixtape or something in NFT. I'll do that, but I'm not buying a picture
well, Nate and I were talking about it, and there's been a lot of news about it. The Grand Theft Auto, we talked a little bit about it. I
I'll
think
buy NFT
that's definitely where I'll put down some NFT money.
for sure. I now that's changes things, but as of right now, I'm not what's the current NFTs that are out right now. There's nothing that is appealing to me. I don't want a collectible. I want an NFT that's going to give me utility, something I can use in a game, music, access to something, something of that sort. I just don't want a random ass pick.
I gotcha. All right. That's about the extent of the crypto news that I have for this week, unless I skipped over something that you guys want to talk about in more depth. Uh, Open floor.
I mean, I don't know, buddy. I think we covered quite a bit. I mean, the news is coming at everybody so fast right now, but I think the adoption phase is here, and you're really running out of time. Mid-February, the prices are going to start ticking off with support where you won't be able to. Oh, well, I hope it's going to drop 10, 15% tomorrow, 2 days from now. I don't, that's just not going to happen realistically.
Yeah.
Pending ETF approval. So, drag your feet if you want to, but I wouldn't suggest it.
I guess the last thing is he banned CBDC, so central bank digital currencies. He banned a couple hours ago. So
I have a take on that. You know why he banned it? Because XRP is pretty much what that is would be. It's already a central bank. That's what the banks are going to use. They're using
Central.
XRP.
Let me correct you, Corey. Ripple is a world bank.
I understand that, but it's still a company. But that's why I didn't get into Ripple forever because it's the banker's coin. But that was me being very narrow-minded in the sense of yes, they do have a company and they've been around. The price was suppressed for 8 years. It wasn't very attractive looking. But now all this, like I said, things coming into fruition. Now it's like, okay, yeah, I don't necessarily like it's a bank coin, but I know it's about to make money. Why would I just ignore it? That's stupid. Get over yourself. Get over your pride. Like it's okay to have a different change your view.
Absolutely.
And your boy Trump called out the Bank of America at the World Forum today on the world stage. I thought that was pretty funny.
He
Name
was calling
dropping and
everybody
everything.
out.
Yeah, he ain't afraid of it. He's a big gangster energy out there today. Boy said, Jamie Dimon, he ain't pulling no punches.
Not
Letting
at
you
all.
off the ripper. I'm gonna let you know.
Not at all. I loved it when he was talking about coal. He's like, it's beautiful. You can blow it up. It just doesn't change it at all. It just makes it smaller. I was like, this boy going on some tangents about anything. All right, Corey, give him some game this week. Give him some game.
All right. So we're gonna take it back to where we were last week. Hold on. Let me do some, make sure I'm good over here. Right. How we looking?
We're
No.
sharing.
Yeah, but the screen's too small. Let me change it.
In the meantime, while he's getting that loaded up, our new crypto czar, David Sachs, he has a nice little interview piece that he did on Fox Business where he goes on for about 5 minutes talking about what you can expect in the next 4 years under the Trump administration with the Bitcoin reserve. It'd be worth taking a little look at.
We good now?
We're
Shoot.
live.
All right. So this is the daily. This is where we were last week. Last week when we did the show,
And we're
we were
looking
trying
at
to
Bitcoin.
we're looking at Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin on the daily chart. We were looking at this same thing last week. It was stuck in this range. It tried to break out. This is basically 100K, 99.5. So what you got to understand is when you see people with charts on their line, it doesn't necessarily mean that exact dollar. It's like a range. There's a range
Mhm.
that it follows. So this was kind of holding us down. We tried to break above, got knocked back down. 91 has strong support. We tried to break above again, rejected. Support, big support. Look, the Bears tried to take us down. Bulls said, hell no. Hell no. We ain't doing that. Now we broke it. So this is significant because now it's flipped. So this used to be resistance, but now it's support because unlike back here where we just fell through, now we broke above. Last week when we were looking at it, we only had this stick. We didn't have these candles yet. So now it formed a what they call this like a bullish hammer. It found support there, big green candle. The bears tried to sell us off. We found support right here. This was a wild volatility day. This is his inauguration. So of course you're gonna get some volatility, the 20th. Um, but now we're just kind of coasting along. So this is the daily, but when you look at it like this is even better. Oh, this is even fucking better. You guys don't even know. So
Well,
we're
teach us.
we got today's Thursday. Sunday night, this candle right here will close. As long as this thing closes above here, oh, that just gets we again, that's way more bullish. We're about to see another one of these. Okay? We're about to
Come
see another one of
on.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even more. Monthly, same kind of scenario. Like, we broke up into this range, found the support, tried to break up, we got rejected. Now we're doing it again. Once we close this month, we might come down back and touch 100 one last time, or you'll see a wick down there, but then boom, 120. So that's the price. Let me show you the RSI because this is we're not. Well, I'm gonna get rid of the price. So this is just the RSI. There it is. This is the one. All right. Overbought, way overbought. This is 21, the peak of 21. We were at 91, way overheated. You want to, when you're over 70, it starts getting overbought. This is overbought territory and this is oversold. But look where we were. Now let me collapse it. All right. 21, peak. Hit the peak. Look where we are right now. We're just barely hanging above 70. We're just chilling at 100 grand. You're not bullish enough. Like when we jump up here and we start going into the 90s, where do you think price is gonna go? And it's forming a cup and handle right here. Got a little cup and handle. Here's your fucking handle. And we're about to rip. We're about to rip. I know that this might, if you don't know anything about technical analysis, then it's probably like whatever. But when you have, oh, I didn't mean to do that. When you have price breaking a resistance and then consolidating on, it flipped resistance to support. Now that it's done that and it's consolidating there, it's about to, there's no technical analysis up here. You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing above us or in our head. The price is going to be in price discovery. And then you take in the fundamentals of everything that's going on in the news and what's coming out and all the buying that's going on. It's, again, the sky's the limit, literally. So I think this is going to be the cycle where we break the diminishing returns. And that's my little snippet. I don't know if
Well,
diminishing returns is going to hold up anymore.
tell the people what you mean by diminishing returns.
So on every cycle since Bitcoin has been out in the 4-year cycle, Bitcoin's percentage has gotten smaller. The dollar amount has gotten higher, but the percentage that it increases by, like when it went from, I don't know, $1 up to 1,000, that was like a way like 20,000%. I don't know. I can look it up, but uh that was a way bigger percent. This last run that we had in 21, I think was 1,200, and it's was people are saying due to the diminishing returns and this whole 5.3 theory, um, we should be around 3 or 400, but we've already kind of invalidated the 5.3. 5.3 said we weren't going to 100K. It said we were going to 90. And again, we've been consolidating around 90 and 100 for months. Months. So we built another floor, just like we did when we were around 50 and 70. Now it's just another, it's gonna price goes up, gets everybody gets excited, and then it goes sideways for a while, and then price goes up, sideways, and that's kind of I feel like how this whole bull run is gonna be, honestly. Every event is gonna trigger something different. February, March, we're gonna get that next leg up. Summertime, Bitcoin is gonna cool down and either drop or go sideways, but altcoins are gonna be going ham, because like what Nate was saying, a lot of these things that they're trying to do with regulation, that stuff will be coming to fruition around that time and actually happening. So you'll probably see price booms around there leading into the fall where
Pump
everything is
it
just
up.
going to go up.
Gonna pump it up.
Bitcoin will rally back. He's the fucking Trump pump. Don't miss out on it. First crypto president.
That's facts. All right. So that was Corey's giving y'all some game this week. Next up, like we do every week, top 5 coins. Nate, what we got?
Bitcoin, of course, obvious reasons. Post Bitcoin, we're going to go with the Trump coin. A lot of attention, a lot of eyes, big pump. If you got in, you got in. If you didn't, you're salty and you're still a hater. Solana, just because the ecosystem, the development, but -1 for Solana on the Coinbase deal. And then VThor and XRP.
Uh, that's Nate's top 5 of the week. Corey, what
Okay.
you got?
Well, he jacked one of mine, but Vet and VThor, mainly because VThor is the governance token for Vet, ETH, Ethereum,
Okay.
uh, XRP, and Bitcoin.
Woo-wee.
You
That's what
know?
I'm talking about. Okay.
But Trump coin, yeah, Trump coin's a good meme.
I mean, I'm still very bullish on H bar right now. So,
We didn't talk
You
about
didn't
that.
ask me what am I most bullish on. You said my coins of the week. I'm talking
well,
about
since we're
eyes
here,
on.
we've
Vitor is
arrived.
over 300% on the day. You got Trumpy going crazy. Got Melania dropping coins. She should have dropped that hat as a motherfucking coin. That bitch would have skyrocketed, bro. That
So you're most bullish on
Ooh, you told me Bitcoin earlier. I was going to tell you it was a cop out, but I was just being nice in the chat. Most bullish. Whee. I'm not going to go H bar because I know that's what you wanted to say. But man,
well, that's what I'm on.
you talk about programming. I mean, they're on the next level. They're part of the AI front. They're part of the space front. They're part of the banking industry. They're part of Ubisoft, LG,
Real
everybody you
world
want to talk about.
asset. Yeah, yeah.
RWA
They're
in the building.
they got a lot of tentacles out. Corey, what are you most bullish on?
Short term, uh, probably Bitcoin, honestly. I think we're gonna see some. We got 7 days. I think we'll see some for sure. I just
Okay.
like I said, just looking at the chart, going into the chart. eh, I'm sure there's other ones that are looking good too, but just a rundown on that. Yeah,
All right.
and
That's fair.
BTC baby.
All right. Before we go into the what's happening segment, that's what I'm drinking this week. Redwood Empire Screaming Titan. It's a wheated bourbon coming in at a strong 96 proof. Uh, super easy drinker. It is around 80 bucks on the MSRP. It's kind of high for uh, just a regular old wheated bourbon, but it drinks really well. If you like a Weller 107, it compares, I would say, closely to that. I mean, you can see it's kind of got a nice little golden complexion to it. I got lucky and got batch one, which is pretty wild. I don't know if y'all can see that batch one. Anyways, it doesn't matter, but pretty cool little thing to throw a little dab on. But anyways, sweet tea on the nose, maybe a little bit of apple, some type of citrus, maybe a nectarine or something like that. Maybe some orange. I don't know. Nectarines, oranges. It's all citrusy. So my nose ain't that good, but sorry. Definitely a lot of honey on the palate. Great honey through there with a little bit of peach. Mouthfeel is to me, is a little watery. I don't get any like crazy like velvetyness with this one, but that's all right. It's a weeder. But it kind of finishes out with like a little like a bready like pastry or something. That's what I got for this week's bottle of the week. What I'm sipping tonight. I do want to throw out before we go into it. I had an incredible weekend. I flew out to Oklahoma to see my guys out there. We split a bottle of Double Eagle, very rare. For those who know bourbon, know that that is a pretty special bottle. I think I talked about it on the last one. It is, it was what I thought it was going to be. It was the only thing it lacked that I wish it had was a little bit more of that, like, the bourbon enthusiasts would understand this, but like that antique flavor being 20 years, you kind of like expect that like dusty flavor on there. But I mean, it's Eagle Rare, but it was so mellow. It was incredible. I brought a little bit home with me just as like a little memento for when my portfolio rips through and I catch this next wave. So great experience. Flew out there, dabbed on that. We tried the E.H. Taylor barrel proof rye. I got some of that. I'll do a review on it here, probably in the next one or the following. Good stuff. But we're going to get into the next segment here. What's happening? We got current events. And I would be remiss if I did not talk about the most
Bluetooth
important
disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
current event. And that is number 47 in the building, baby. Donald J. Trump. Step in and stepping out. Brought the whole family in the building. Inauguration day. He got all the oligarchs, as the legacy is calling them. Look at him all over there. He's got the what do they calling them? The Joe Rogans and the Dana Whites, the bros. He's
The
got his
bros.
he's got all the bros there. Theo Vaughn, Conor McGregor. It was he had all the people showing up for him. So I like to see that because there hadn't been a lot of like Republican representation even in the last push for presidency. There wasn't a lot of celebrities coming out because it was a scary thing. So I love that the pendulum is kind of swung now. I love that maybe I'm just zipping over a lot of stuff here. Love that Barron completely changed the face of Joe Biden on his way out, whispering something in his face. Joe was so happy to shake his hand. Thanks, Barron. Barron whispered something to him. Joe said. Anyways, so we have a new president. How y'all feeling about him?
I feel great. I mean, how many times you see where somebody makes a promise and within a matter of hours of making those promises and getting that job position and taking that accountability and say, okay, here it is. I said it. It's not a joke, whether it's crypto, whether it's the border, whether it's, classifications of files that people want to be released or things like that. I think it's amazing. And like you said, the aura around the whole event to me was a lot, different than everything leading up to it. It felt like everybody was a little more lax, and I've kind of just felt that in a sense across every spectrum because I mean you just feel it, man. America's bullish, like I said, and the Trump thing, Barron, Melania, I hats off to both of them. Melania, that drip, that outfit was so cold, bro. Like people could say whatever they want, but that shit was shit that finish him on that motherfucking hat. And I was fucking with that. But like you said, the Baron Trump too, a lot of respect to him. Just for being a fucking teenager, I mean, this kid, whether or not you like Trump or not, the kids are always a good representation of that parentship, I guess, and that leadership. So to see him walk through there, big man, the fucking outgoing president was pretty crazy. Like you just got dropped by an 18-year-old, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just nice. America's got its power projection back. We got real people in office. You got Trump, like I said, precast. You've got more exposure with the White House press corps in the last 3 days than the entire administration put forth effort to go and speak to the people in 4 years. So I don't know, like hate it or love it. I think it's pretty interesting to get direct questions to the president and direct answers from that president. Like this isn't what KGP thinks that Biden's White House representative told her, that he was thinking. Like this is you're asking the source. So I think that kind of transparency is pretty cool.
No, I love it. I love the fact that uh he's got the press in there in the Oval Office as he's going through his executive orders. They're calling out what he's doing. I mean, he's got more executive orders on his that I just saw a funny meme a little bit ago. It said the Oval Office has seen more action in 2 days than since Bill Clinton's presidency.
Fact. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you can go
A
look
little
at the
tongue in cheek,
fucking.
but it
You
was
can look at
funny.
the real stats though. Like, I mean, out of the 1,000 days, there's a good percentage of days that these people were on vacation. They were, at the beach, and you can go. That's not fake news. That's not talking points. That's the reality of the situation. So it's no surprise we had a number of, catastrophic events unfold in the country and nobody's prepared to handle them. What happens when you go to work every day and your boss or your manager don't show up on time and they're not putting forth that effort? You start to lose grip on everything. So if you run the federal government and the only thing you can manage to do is take vacations and, fall over, and at the same time you've authorized all these people don't even have to come to work, well, yeah, reality's setting in. Of course, some people are upset, but I think overall the energy's right.
The energy is definitely right. Uh, when he was speaking at the event today in Switzerland, like his opening statement was him and his administration are working again fast. Like they're not these people are not talking about moving and slow. Like for one, it's the way the world is. Like you have to move faster and react to things quicker than before. But they're playing catch up on all trying to fix things that been left, untouched or even made worse. So, yeah, like you said, they're trying to move at a quick pace. He's not fucking around. Uh, he pretty much has done everything he said he was going to do so far. So anything that hasn't been done yet is almost like, okay, now you're a lot more, there's a higher likelihood that this is all going to really happen now. Uh, so yeah, no, I'm bullish on it. Hey, he wants to drill here, and I think, like he said, he wants to tap into America's oil. We have the most oil in the world. It never made sense to me why we never drilled for our oil here. I get, you got the environmentalists in the way, but the thing is, you're gonna need it regardless. So you would rather go spend at a higher premium and spend more money to buy it from other countries that are not doing it in an environmentally friendly way than say, okay, well, we need this to run society. Let's do it anyways, but let's try to do it right or better. So again, that's kind of how I feel like their stance on it is.
I mean, we're drilling. It's just we're not using it, or we're outsourcing it, I should say. And so it's just another one of the things that like we're the American people aren't seeing the benefits of it.
No, we're
Yeah,
It's
but we're
actually
it's just
not
seeing.
drilling at the
go
scale
to
that we should be
go to
drilling.
Midland, Texas, and tell me we're not drilling for oil. I mean, like
Yeah,
you can't throw a piece of sand without hitting the rig. It's everywhere.
no.
So, that's
But we
we
have
won't. It's
tap.
there's a lot of stuff that's upside down right now that's getting turned right side up.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a lot of other reserves that we haven't even tapped into. That's kind of why they're big on the Alaska thing. Like, yeah, I know we're drilling in certain parts, like you said, in Texas and in the Gulf and in the ocean and stuff, but I mean, we shouldn't be paying what we're paying for on gas. Again, we could do it right here. It brings in a lot of money. It makes the country wealthier along with other things. So, again,
Which which brings in the topic that was just discussed today. I mean, he was talking about I think it was 400 million or billion from Saudi Arabia and trying
600.
to 600 and trying to get that cut down or not cut down but trying to get, you know, work out a deal to get cheaper barrels. So it's, the man is he's good at negotiating. Everybody can sit on their hands and cry all they want, but he knows what he's run businesses his entire life. So I don't know. I'm just telling you. Don't shoot the messenger. Melania's hat, her I thought her outfit was dope as hell. I'm sure the aficionados were probably freaking out because of the little the function meets how's that term go? Function meets practicality. And Trump went to give her a kiss, but he couldn't reach her because the hat was
Okay, that was showing that lethality. That's what I'm talking about, though. Well, that had dominated the whole fucking scene.
he came in there looking like the freaking Undertaker with that shit on.
I'm telling you, she set the tone.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
just you know why she did it. She did well, I don't know why she did. She did it so she didn't have to, when she leaned in to people, she didn't have to get too close. That was the buffer zone. I thought it was interesting to see, the Clintons sitting on the other side of the aisle, seeing Barack Obama, no Michelle. I thought that was interesting to see some of those folks over there. I didn't think they'd show up. You got Bush over there.
Where is Michelle? Because
She's in big trouble, Corey.
she wasn't at the what was the president that
Jimmy
just had
Carter.
Jimmy Carter funeral neither. Everybody else's wife was there except for Barack's.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Barack's husband didn't show up on time, I guess.
what is really going on?
I don't know. A lot of speculation out there.
A lot of rumors, divorce, nasty stuff.
I think
Supporting
Nate has the
Trump.
beat on that.
We ain't breaking that yet.
Come on, drop it.
I've
Drop it on
definitely said
him.
it on this podcast though before.
Drop it on
or at
him.
least I think I have. I don't know. Your boy Mel Gibson, the ambassador to Hollywood, says that Michelle, or as we call her over here, Big Mike, just go look at the forehead. I know Bo still needs convincing, but that thing's stacked 5 deep. But apparently, there's some Diddy tape. He, whatever you want to call a lady. He said it's worse than your nightmares of her involvement in these freak offs at the white parties and such. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if that's one reason to remove yourself from the public eye, I think it's a good one.
That's Oh man.
I remember, man. I said one time, never mind. That's defamation territory. But yeah, so interesting things. Why wouldn't she show up? Why wouldn't she show up? It's not like her calendar. What, is she working? Or is her calendar jam packed up? I don't know.
Yeah, it seems a little sus. So one of the things I thought that was we're gonna bring it back home here. One of the things I thought that was pretty cool is he again keeping to his word. He signed a executive order to have uh Kennedy and MLK's documents declassified. So that'll be interesting to see. Thought it was cool. I mean, it's a small gesture, but he's keeping his word to uh, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And he said give this pen to Bobby. So I couldn't find the reel. I was going to pull it up for you guys, but our resident Trumper Nate can probably do it better than I. But yeah, he signed the executive order, handed it to his assistant, and said, "Give that to Bobby." So I thought that was pretty cool. And again, keeping to his word and just getting shit knocked out, getting it done. Hey,
Bro, most people did not expect him to keep his word about when he was on Joe Rogan talking about, oh, he said on day one, I'm gonna release the RFK and the Martin Luther King files. And he did it today.
wasn't day one, but that's fine. I'm good
Yeah,
with it.
me too. I'm good with it. I'm
It
more than
came
good with
out.
it.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
again, when you hit that desk, your priority list changes just like ever so slightly. So,
Yeah.
I know there's people upset, man, we didn't get Bitcoin EOS until 3 days. It's like, bro, 3 days.
Yeah, they're
Give it a
ridiculous.
break. We got to
Yeah.
shut down the border. There's a lot of shit on fire right now. Like, just the crypto reserve, if it's 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, we'll be okay. If
Heard
anything,
that.
it buys you more fucking time to get in position because I know you're not.
Facts. Get in the position. It's the last time we're gonna tell you. Or be the water. My mama said.
Mama said, put my money in a savings account.
Oh no, don't do that.
Mama did tell him that.
Mama said put it in one of those little quarter things. Once you get $20 saved up, we'll take you down to the bank. They going through so many bank tellers now, you don't even got a report with them anymore. They just rotating them through. Anyways, sidebars. Tom Homan,
Putting
part
in
of
work.
one of the first, well, Trump declared the border crisis emergency, and so deportation was imminent. DC and Trump and was it the Prime Minister of India or the President? I don't know what their leadership is called, of the Parliament. I don't know what they call their leadership over there. They agreed they're getting 18,000 Indians and sending them back to India. So that's just one country. I mean, we got Boston today. There was all kinds of people just getting snatched up. They're going by worst is first, is what they keep saying. And Tom Homan said, if we run in there, usually bad guys hang with bad guys. We run in there and we find the one that we want, we'll probably take the others. And they were rounding them up today. So seems like the border crisis is starting to get quelled a little bit, which is what we wanted. What do you guys think it'll do to the labor pool, though?
Not that much. I don't know why people keep freaking out about it.
I mean, we got plenty of people ready to work.
Willing and able?
Yeah.
I think they'll be more willing and able because of the tax codes, because of the administration, because of the relief, because of the overtime, no tax, because of the no tax on tips. Because, I mean, there's never been more incentives to actually go get a job than there will be moving forward in this country for the next couple of years, in my opinion.
Yep.
As an unemployed person.
I thought it was I've heard some back and forth banner about the executive order to make all federal workers go back to working in
Who
person.
fucking who?
I know. To me, you work for the federal government, you chose to work for the federal government. That's a pretty, most times it's a not a just a I'm going to fill out this application and roll in. There's a extensive process to get in. You knew what you were signing up for. Tax dollars at work.
Fuck that. I mean, you can call me an extremist. I think if your shit, if you had the capacity to never show up to work, your job shouldn't exist. So Doge is going to go ahead and take care of that.
Well, it's kind of where it all stemmed from.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like,
Mm-hmm.
this is the first step because this is easy. Now you don't have to fire people because they'll just quit because they, refuse to have to deal with such oppression and have to drive to work and, do anything.
Yep.
They have to be normal people.
Oh, God.
They have to do normal shit.
Well,
Actually
there's a
go
reason.
work.
They're, special treatment. They always want to talk about these marginalized people. Well, nobody talks about the 11,000 members of the government who got waived from taking that fucking COVID virus that they were trying to give everybody, those neurotoxins, gene therapy. Nobody wants to talk about that. Who cares?
You are. Let's hear it.
I'm talking about. No, I'm just throwing it out there for the people. I'm just saying that, there's all these exemptions you get with this status, and when the people call you back, no, I'm not trying to hear you bitch about nothing.
School them.
Preach. All right. So we're good with government dollars, people showing up to work
We're getting
as
better.
they should. I mean, Elon tweeted that, or X'd. I don't know, how do you say that nowadays? Is it still a tweet? I don't know. He X'd that more than half of all the government buildings were empty. That nobody was in there. So I'm happy to see it. I know that's against I work from home, but I don't work for the government, so there's that part too. So I'm good with it. Speaking of Doge, he's talking about getting rid of the penny because it costs more to make a penny. We've been on this, like, costs more money to make money. Why keep making the money? So that's something else that's on it. Also, they added to the debt calculator on the Gov site. They added Doge to it so you can see the money that they're saving. and it's pretty impressive because it's a constantly running timer there or ticker. So thought that was pretty cool. Any thoughts, opinions on that?
Um, definitely think they should get rid of the penny. Um, like who really uses them? You know, I mean, unless you're one of the people when you pull up to the drive-through and they say 732, you're digging out your 2 cents. But I mean, this is going to continue. This is kind of like what a businessman does. He's going to come in, he's going to cut everything he can cut
Trim
and
the
to
fat.
save money, and then he's going to expand in the areas that he believes that he can make money. Oil, AI, crypto, all these things that so he's going to cut off all the BS, pull in all that extra money, disperse it in areas that are actually going to make money. And yeah, it's like, I mean, Nate said it, well, you know, America's bullish right now on everything. Like everybody's excited. Like, come on, man. Everybody was worried, worst case scenario with all this. Come on, cutting off foreign aid. Beautiful. Let's go. Let's stop sending our money elsewhere and to these stupid
Facts.
ass wars that we don't have anything to do with. It
Man, I
only,
just go ahead. My bad.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'll just throw myself in there as a personal example. 6 months ago, I'd have been 50-50 on nuclear holocaust in this fucking country.
Yeah. See, and that's my point. Now everybody's got some, you know, more morale. There's more morale in the country as a whole in
Very
this
hopeful
sense.
right now.
Yes. And like him seeing him stand on these things that he said he was gonna do and actually doing them is great because politicians don't do that. They're notoriously known to make all these promises during, you know, running for election and it doesn't come true. I heard a lot of people say that. There's a particular individual that comes to mind that was like, oh, they said that, oh, he just said that, but he's not going to do that. He didn't do anything last time. I said, what do you mean? He did basically everything he said last time, except for the things that he couldn't get through Congress. Uh, but again, so you have those people out there, oh, you know, just the naysayers and the haters, like,
Yeah.
um,
And the people who just take things at face value and don't, you got some of these media conglomerates that throw out these ridiculous, well, we can just say at ABC because he sued them for defamation. And rarely do you see somebody beat a news company up, but he's got better lawyers than they got. And he took them for a bunch of money and good on him because it was defamation. So
mhm,
he's getting stuff done, and that's all we wanted, right? We want our government to be stewards for us, and it seems like that's kind of the direction we're going, and it makes us more hopeful every day that he keeps signing these things. And let's not step over the fact that the whole Hamas and Israel thing going on. He's got the hostages, like it's now we're talking about Zelensky is asking him or tells him that he wants to negotiate peace with Russia, and
he
Putin's
got
on.
to, he
Yeah,
got
Yeah,
to,
I was
he
he's
ain't
gonna
getting
on
no
the
more
say.
point.
money.
Of course, but I'm
He,
saying like that's was but like the world was on fire. I mean,
yeah,
the West Coast's on fire right now, but like the world is on fire a few months ago, and we're like we're on the brink. And
hmm,
he even said, "You have no idea how close to World War III we were."
yeah, yeah.
And
I know,
we
I
all
get it.
we said it. I think it was like our first podcast. We were like, who is in charge of our country right now? Who is running this thing? What is going on? Is there anybody that wants to? I mean, like Kamala's campaigning. She don't give a shit. She's just trying to win something. She's just trying to get a cookie from somewhere.
Buy something.
Biden has no idea. He had no idea where he was even at. He thought he was still playing golf. They're flying him around in circles over the White House. He's saying we. Who know? Like nobody was at the wheel. We were just so unguided.
Yeah,
We finally got a compass now, and that's what feels hopeful. And he stands on business. just like he did today with the forum, stands on business. His wife stands on business, covers the eyes up. You don't get to look me in the face. Only my husband does. The whole thing is I'm bullish on Trump. That's just it. Not the coin, the man, because he's getting stuff done. And I like to see it. I like to see that finally things are coming through.
It's just
Sorry, I
nice
went
to
on a
have that
tangent.
feeling. It's fine. That's what we're here to do. We're supposed to talk. It's just nice to have that feeling. I was thinking about it just yesterday. I was like, when's the last time you heard about an investment in our country? I can't pull you one article over the past 1,000 days outside of yesterday and the day before where it's like, oh, they want to invest 500 billion in AI. Okay, well now Saudi Arabia wants to put 600 billion on this, but I'm gonna try to leverage it to 1 trillion. And it's just like the script is completely flipped. We went from the upside down back to reality, and it feels that way. Everything's just toned down. Everybody's been policed up a little bit. I mean, even down to the bare basics, where he's got to come out and say there's men and women in our country. Like it's just so some of it's so ridiculous, but at the same time, it's like finally there's the clarity you all wanted.
It's sad. It's sad that somebody has to do that for grown people. Like people have got away from the basics so far, they don't even know what what's left and what's right and up and down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They just start making shit up. Like
Oh yeah.
come on. At one point, they're trying to convince us that there's 70 something, different genders or they mix up gender and sex is different and all that stuff. But
Yep.
uh,
Well, the thing is,
that's
like
the trickery.
this gender versus the social construct of the biology, and I'm just like, and usually those sentences, like if I again, once I hear that my truth, and then following that is this transcendent. Somehow you've transcended biology, Scientology, and literally everything that we understand to be true. I I don't respect your opinion. I'm just like, what are you talking about, bro?
It's
There's no such
because
thing
it's
as a
because every time I talk to Nate, I say, "Well, my truth is."
no. I mean, there's plenty of examples in the world. It's just these things. It's like, bro, there's the truth. There's your feelings, and then then there's propaganda. But I don't know. Bullish. America's bullish. Hostage situations like you brought up happening before inauguration day. They don't even want to deal with the problem. They don't want to deal with the consequences. I mean, you could see it yesterday. Was she from TOI or wherever, Indian National News or whatever it is, talking about the Houthis out there, and again, just standing on business, like very direct. Hey, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do not play these games. It's going to turn out very bad for you. You shoot down, any sort of aircraft, like whatever you get engaged with. If it's got USA on the side of it, you're done. That's what Tom Homan say.
Um, I was just gonna say he. I wouldn't even say this is his third day. The man's been working before he was.
100%.
As soon as he was announced as president, shit got changing right after that.
His
As
transition
soon,
party. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like they were already on the phone negotiating peace and all that stuff. Like that's why I was like, he's already been at it. So now he's actually got stamped and he's the president now, and they had their ceremony. Now he can move a little different, but he was already moving and shaking before.
Yeah. Well,
Do you think if the other candidate won, she would have been doing the things that he was doing?
negative. And that's the
Exactly.
question you got to ask yourself. Do you really think she would have sat at that desk with the White House press conference, for however long it ended up being over the next couple of days in the past few days and answering those questions like directly? Well, I have to check in with like you asked Trump a question, he ain't checking in with nobody. Like here's what we're doing.
Facts. It's what a leader should do.
Yeah,
He's
For
top of
sure.
the food chain. He's giving all the answers. They're coming to him for the answers. He's giving the answers. I'm sure down the line he's going to give the answer, and he might have to go back on it a little bit and reel it back in. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with reeling it back in. If That's his role though. He's the CEO of the country. He's gotta run it. How many times you go to your boss, yo, what do I gotta do? How do I do this? Or what are we doing with that? Any good boss is gonna have an answer for you,
For sure.
right or wrong. He's gonna have an answer for you.
But that's the
Also,
other part is
a good boss will admit,
that's the other part in decision making, though. We can take it to any level, but at some point you have to make some sort of decision and go that direction, regardless. If we don't know
right?
the conclusion at this point. This is what we're going to do, and if it fails, you just own it. That's called leadership, and you move on.
Just I can't, I don't know, I can't express it enough. The amount of hopefulness that I feel right now for where we're going. It's just outside of crypto. It's just it's nice to know, like, and it's not even the way that you know, I feel he's different this go around. You could see, I don't know if you guys watched the inauguration. I had it on the background, and like the way he was conducting himself, like, I mean, he cooked the Democrats right in front of him in the inauguration. But
Adam Schiff.
he wasn't like he wasn't spitting venom like he used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he would
Hmm.
like turn around and look at him and like spitting venom. You know, and it was like if you could kind of lose that little bit of like rough edges to you, which it feels like he's kind of lost a little bit of, he still throws out some shade, a
He's
lot
been
of shade.
polished. He's
But
been
yes,
polished.
but he knows the intent now. Like he knows what, like, he's ran through it. Now he knows what he knows the mission. And
Yeah,
it
and
just feels
then
he sent Biden off on he didn't have to send him off on the Marine Force One. He didn't have to do that. Sent him off, shook his hand, played nice. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to do any of that. So, and I know the haters will be like, well, it's only because he won. If he didn't win, blah blah blah. So if he got invited, he wouldn't have went. What? That's speculation. We're not going there.
Nate's Nate's out of there.
was I up?
No, it was just funny. There was a moment of silence. But no,
Oh,
I
that was
mean,
for Joe Biden.
pretty much, pretty much.
That was
That
for
man didn't,
Kamala.
like he said, we did him a favor. He just needs to go retire. Like the man needs to
Oh,
go just
100%.
sit
Uh,
down somewhere.
but
Again, Trump did him a favor by defeating him in that debate.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was a matter of time. Even before, when was it when he was falling off his bike and just going walking up on stage, falling and looking lost? Like, come on, everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. It wasn't no secret. Even Democrats knew it. It was a running like kind of like a little running joke. But people don't want to face the music in the sense, like, well,
Yeah.
2025, baby.
Well, and then some people are just so red or blue sided that they don't have to like their candidate, but they're still going to vote that way because
Ignorant, ignorant.
yeah. But I mean, like, they're not going to go any other way. They're not as enlightened as some others.
That's why this country won't necessarily ever vote in like a third party candidate, like a
Right.
independent, you know. I forget what country. I think it was down in Central America. Actually, no, it was Bukele. I think Bukele actually he wasn't either party. He was the third one, and he won it.
Because he
And
had all that Bitcoin, baby.
he had a lot. He had something going on. I didn't see, I don't I don't speak Spanish, so I don't understand like what it was saying. I have to read all the
I don't understand you.
no, not even, but I have to read a damn translator, but I'm sure he had some shit to say that was what the people wanted to hear to change their country, and that's basically what Trump did. Like he said things that most people want to see changed, like whether their issue is border security, economy, whatever the
Yeah.
issue is.
crypto.
Crypto, AI, even the whole gender thing. Like
Fucking TikTok. What do you want?
there's a lot of parents in the country that don't want their kids going to school being taught what they were trying to push. Your kids are very impressionable. You're planting a seed in their head to think that this is okay when what I believe in by natural order and law, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. So, um, yeah, again, it just, again, it's kind of sad though, because it's like a lot of this stuff is common sense. And that's why I think it was funny when he said that. He said, "Oh, I seen a tweet, or Donald Trump might even said it, bringing common sense back or something."
So
Like
we are the party of common sense.
literally.
It's the golden age, guys, for crypto, for America. It's we gold.
And we're
It,
not even pumping.
we ain't pumping. I look at my chart over here and I am so unfazed by it because I know Nate put it best earlier in our group message, and we're kind of going back to crypto here, but the light at the end of the tunnel is so much bigger now. We're so much closer to it. So
Mm-mm. For sure.
when you said that, I almost ran through a wall. I thought Dan Campbell had been speaking to me at a halftime pep talk. I was getting ready to fucking run through doors,
Hey,
gas me up.
I don't think the rest of them received it that way because they traded their primary.
That's that's them.
I know I was lit pretty much all day for the most part. Like, I mean, it just spilled over even to at work. Like, I was on fire at work. We had this whole event, setting appointments, getting ready. We're having like a sales event. Man, I got like 5 or 6 appointments for this weekend, and I'm gonna get more tomorrow. Like, come on, bring it on, bring the money.
Very bullish.
Okay, so let's getting ready to tie this thing up. It's worth mentioning that TikTok was banned momentarily. If you got up Sunday morning, it was offline. Of course, the man cuts a deal, turns it back on. We're back up and running. So it's good to go for now. I think it was like a 30-day thing that they can do some negotiating. We'll see. I'm not a TikToker. I don't care. It can go away and to the deep dark ether for all I care. But I know a lot of folks love it. Don't send me your TikTok stuff on 3DS Speaks on our X account. I won't look at it because I'm
Um,
not going to download it. That if they had a thing like Facebook or Instagram where you send somebody who doesn't have an account, you could still watch the video. Great. It used to be that way. Now they require you to download the app. I'm not doing it. Sorry.
well, again, that's the businessman. Keep it here. Why not? China's obviously making a gang of money off of American users on TikTok. So what let's why not get a piece of the pie? We're
Well, I
making you
mean,
all this
that's
money.
his thing. He's like, all right,
Yeah.
well, sell it to somebody here or bring it over here, and
I mean, again, another thing we didn't even talk about when he was talking about the World Economic Forum is he basically said he just gave the green light to all the business and corporations. He said, "Come to America, you're going to get the best tax
tax
rates
break.
in the world."
Yep.
Like, come on now, come on, y'all talking about ain't no jobs. You're about to be working your ass off, making some money. Things are going to get cheaper. Crypto's going to be booming. Stock market's going to be booming. If buy some Apple. Apple is on a low. It's on a like a 2 month low or a monthly low or something like that. Last I checked. Get in. It's in a downtrend. Now's the time to buy some Apple. And they're probably gonna have a bad report come out on the 30th. And that's gonna make it go lower. Buy some more. Because in a year it's gonna be double.
On the
Like,
stock side, I'm bullish on Apple. I'm waiting for it to go just a little bit more, and I'm gonna put my little
well,
coins in the deposit on that one.
220 is a
Oh, that boy
major
laughed at me.
a 220 is a major support for Apple as far as technical analysis goes. So you're chilling at 223 right now. If it breaks, you might see two on the low end, 207. Other than that, I don't see it going lower than that. It's not going lower than that. With the way the environment in the world is going right now, like I said, they're going to have a bad report. They're doing their earnings report on the 30th. I don't think it's going to be that great because the iPhone 16 has been it's been weak.
Underperforming, yeah.
Yeah, it's underperforming. That's why they're selling off right now. They've been selling off since the day after Christmas. Literally. Haven't had any good days. Any little good day, your gains got wiped away the day after or something. So if you look at it on a 30-minute chart, it says, "Eh." Trump gets in, price rockets. Christmas happens, price drops. Trump's in office. Why would you not buy right now? Buy it. I'm about to put in me some option calls on it. So do what you will with
I
that.
would love to know why Nate chuckled at my potential buy on Apple. And I think I have an indication because it's why would you buy Apple right now when you can buy crypto?
I look at it like
That's
that.
not at all why I chuckled. I just chuckled because I've been in Apple since about 2014,
Mm,
and we could pull out the price averages on the folks, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings at 132.16.
You ain't got to tell us that. We know that. That's why you can be unemployed, sit at home. You bought Apple at a good price. He ain't worried about shit. He's like, yeah, let me collect my dividend check. I'll
Yeah.
just live off of this.
Let me go get a little wagyu tonight.
I wouldn't sleep on Amazon either, man. If they, which again, I never more bullish because if they start developing their own AI, their own chips, they don't have to outsource anymore.
They got a
NVIDIA,
pharmacy now.
I'm telling
Amazon.
you, they're going to monopolize anything, bro. They sell cars. They
I was
do,
gonna say you can buy a car on
yeah.
Amazon.
You can do
Our
whatever.
our store is on there. You could buy a Hyundai on Amazon. Please go buy a Hyundai on Amazon. I'll take that sale.
I mean, your blue chips, ETFs, all these things are going to start flying off the rails.
That's it.
Again, these people in America are going to be incentivized to run these corporations at the highest level again, publicly.
And I mean that starts from the top if you understand how the whole economic flow is. It's a waterfall, right? You need the capitalists, you need them to come in, they bring the business, and then you have employees. That's just that's the waterfall. That's how it always goes. So I think the last thing to touch on is anybody want to comment on the head of the Doge department?
What,
Oh,
Elon?
Mr. Musk.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a jackass. He should have never did that little salute thing he did. Whether that was his intention or not, like I don't know. I don't know. It was just a dumb move. Again, that's how I feel with the dropping of what's her name's coin. Maybe they should have dropped her coin after she came out with the hat and then dropped the coin, but they did it the other way around.
maybe it's all part of the grand design.
Well, last I checked, her coin was dumping.
Mhm.
It,
Despite,
it,
I think, I mean, I've had a lot of feedback on Elon's thing, and the guy is different. He's a brilliant man. He's different. The I don't think he meant anything by that. He wants to progress humans further than we've ever progressed before. I mean, he wants to put civilization on Mars, which is wild. That's a wild thought. He's catching spaceships out of the sky. That's that feat alone is so impressive. And we look at it and go, "Well, yeah, he just caught a spaceship." Like that's pretty insane.
not normal.
It's not a normal thing, right? But he's probably one of the smartest people in the world right now. He has quirks, right? He's got the Asperger's thing going on. So when he's out on the stage and he's dancing around, even his sorry Elon, but your dance moves need a little brushing up, my boy. Like he just
He's
doesn't look
awkward.
natural moving, right? And
Yeah.
so when you read the context, this is what I always go back to. And I knew because I watched it live. When he did that, he said, "My heart goes out," and did that. And I know, like, I watched it live and I said, man, he's going to get cooked for that one. That, like, no matter what he says, he could say, we got people on Mars. We brought people back from the moon that have been stuck there since 1986, whatever. Everybody's going to get hung up on him trying to just say thank you for, bringing in Trump. And it's just sad that that's like what we get hung, or not what we get hung up on, but the other side gets hung up on to try to distract you from all the other good that's really going on right now. I don't know.
I agree.
I think it's pretty fucking stupid that these people still continue to focus on the minutia. That like, who cares? I can pull up a picture of almost everybody that's ever been a public speaker, grab a still frame out of the hour, 2 hours, 3 hours that they spoke on a stage, waved at people, and say, "Oh my God, he's a fucking Nazi," and it's just a joke, and it just shows you the power of the brainwashing and the mob style media. And once you've been identified as an enemy to the people or a threat to the people by whoever, I don't know who's validating these sources that get to hold the power to do that, imperial media or whoever it might be. It's a fucking joke. And again, to all of the points, it's another distraction piece. It blows my mind. You can, even the people I hate, if they're smart, I would not call them stupid. Like, it blows my mind to watch uneducated individuals out here on the internet call this man stupid. I'm like, neurodivergent genius, multi-billionaire, multi-company, multi-successful company, multi-entrepreneur, it's just, the list goes on. And I'm like, what the fuck have you done? You work retail at Target, not dissing y'all people over there at Target. I love Target, but I'm just saying, like, I,
Shout out to Target.
I'm at a loss for words when I hear stuff like that. I'm like, well, you can say pretty much whatever you want, but I just want you to know objectively that he's not a stupid person. Like,
Yeah, I agree. And also, it's like, what gain does he have from doing that? Where is he go? Like, okay? What if we'll play the hypothetical game? He did it purposely. Why did he do it purposely? What did it mean? Where is it going? What's his plan? I just don't see like the point. I I don't know, like, what do you, okay, if he did do it purposely, where what are you getting at? Where's he going with it? He gets no gain from that. I don't know. Do you guys have an idea to that? Like, he purposely did it. Where does that go from there? I have
I,
no
I
idea.
mean, if he
I,
purposely did it, the other side of the thought camp is if he purposely did it, he knows, let's just say Trump is a Nazi, he's saluting his what do they call him, Fuhrer or whatever. Like, if he knowingly did it. But otherwise, like you said, I don't know. The guy's just weird in general. He does weird shit all the time. He's an awkward person. Look at him move, listen to him talk. He's smart, but he's awkward. So, I feel like that just comes, it's like it's a give and a take system. Like, you're
Yeah.
so smart that, you might lack a little bit in social skills and,
Yep.
a little weirdness, but it is what it is. Real quick, you brought up the US debt clock. Have you been to it recently?
Not within the past probably 2 days.
Have you seen the secret window?
I've not.
Oh, I'm about to screen share. Listen, people. Listen, people. They're laughing in your face. They're laughing or they're just showing you and just seeing if you're paying attention, which you're not. Can you see?
Yeah.
All right, so here's all your debt. We're fucking buried. Click
And
on this.
there's the Doge clock I was talking about earlier.
Doge clock, right here. Boom.
Yep.
So they added the Doge clock, but again, you're not fucking bullish enough. You click on the secret window, super cycle. Come on, man. What are they referring to? Super cycle, a golden age of wonders? Come on, man. It's right there.
Weird, there's a X at the top. That's gotta be some type of indicator.
It's almost like the whole ripple thing,
Mm-hmm.
like that's kind of what it's indicating. And if you really look close, they have constellations in there with planets, which we're going to have a planetary alignment on the 25th. 7 planets will be in a line. People, this is not just what's going on in the physical. There's things going on
Wait a
in the
minute. Is there
metaphorical, in the
seven? Is
ether
there
realm.
seven? Hold on now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Earth is number 7. So yes, there is 7. What freaks me out though, what's a little weird is the shadow that's drawn across. They When you look into like eclipses and stuff, these are paths that they've traveled over.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um but yeah, so I don't know, it's right there on the debt clock and they're kind of giving you the X, whether that could be meaning on Elon and a lot of his stuff or just XRP,
There's certainly
XLM.
underlying subliminal messages with
It's
all the
right
things. Yeah.
there. And do you see this little thing right here? This little bubble in the background? It's got a city in
Chart.
it.
A
It's a
city or a
city
chart?
back here. It's a city. It looks like a little city. I would wait, like, can I do that? Hold on. Let me see something.
Well, I'd love to find out what the super cycle countdown is.
Man, that looks like a city.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it looks like the
The flat earthers are going nuts right now. They're like, "Oh my God, it's flat earth. There's a dome."
I told you the reflection.
But come on, man. You got the symbol, you got the A, and this is a Greek symbol, the omega sign, the alpha, omega. Come on, man. America loves their symbolism. We've hijacked every symbolism from every culture across the world and we use it for ourselves. And you got a damn sacred geometry going across America, across here in this basic little geometry pattern. But yeah, I don't know. That's some weird stuff. And then just this for you guys. Where is it at? Don't buy this coin. This shit looks like a rug. Her coin peaked out at 1350. It's at 207. So if you're gonna buy a meme, buy Trump.
I don't know. I'm still bullish. If we're talking memes, I'm still bullish on Bonk, Floki.
I mean, yeah, no, those are like I don't want to say OGs, but they have a community behind them already.
When that time comes,
And when I was gonna say,
they won't outperform maybe some of the ones that are gonna perform, but or that break out that are new, but those are gonna still perform.
they're most certainly gonna perform. I'll tell you why. When after February, March, we're gonna get news articles of crypto millionaires. So and so invested in this. He's a millionaire. All the retail is gonna start FOMOing in all the meme coins, specifically the ones that say 0.000 where they can spend $20 and hey bro, I got 20 million a billion whatever coin. All it needs to do is go to $1 because this is what they do. I'm gonna be X amount, like because they don't know, you know, market cap. They don't know the token supply. They think it's gonna go to whatever price point. That's kind of the thing about Trump that I'm like iffy about because it's not your regular meme coin where it's like less than a penny. It's
Hmm.
$30. Most people look at that and go, oh, like they can't make that much. It's consumer psychology. So that's why like Doge and She did really well. But because I remember talking to people in the restaurant and they'd be like, oh, I have some Shiba. It's gonna go to a penny or in $1. And I'm just like, it's gonna be hard. It takes a lot of money to push it there. There's a lot of tokens that are just out there. They have their burning and all that stuff, but I don't know.
I
So
hope
that's
so
a
for Nate's sake.
Boy, expose my hands.
man.
Shit, I hope so for the world's sake. I mean, I think everybody got a little piece of Shiba on them.
I got a very minuscule amount
Yeah,
where
but
it
I mean,
doesn't
if it
matter if
goes
it
to a
goes.
penny, even your minuscule amount is going to be like, oh,
I agree.
that's
Let me,
like that's crazy amount of money flowing into it. That I don't
that's a
see it
dumb
hitting.
amount of money.
Yeah, I don't see it hitting a penny. That's not in the short term.
One,
Maybe
two,
in
three.
like 10, 15 years.
Yeah, there's 589 trillion sheep, and the market cap is only 11 billion. I don't know the math on it. I have to do the math on it to find out what it would have to be as far as a market cap to equal a penny. But I would assume it would have to probably be where Ethereum is, like 500 billion instead of
Yeah.
11 billion. So
To bring it back in, do you think that Solana will flip, or I'm sorry, XRP will flip Ethereum in market cap this cycle? Context: Ethereum is at 395 billion, and XRP is at 176 billion. Do you think it flips it this cycle?
yes, mainly because of the banks and the Swift system. When they integrate the Swift system and move over from the Swift system, it's a again it gets into those dumb numbers, quadrillion. When you're talking a quadrillion dollars that are going to be bouncing and transacting around on the network, whether it all goes into XRP or it gets dispersed between that list of those ISO compliant coins. Um, Again, it's a quadrillion dollars, so you could literally give everybody $200 trillion, and that's more than Bitcoin's market cap right now. That's a 10x. Actually, no, no, that's a 100x.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
So,
I don't think any one of us would be mad about that.
nope, I'm lit. You should be. You should again. Everybody needs to hurry the hell up. We're broken records.
Yep.
Money's flowing in. It's coming from every direction, whether it's ETFs, uh, government, states, corporations, um, legislation, RWAs coming into play. Like it's just coming in from every angle. So you got to be a damn idiot to not invest in it right now. It is more riskier to be out of crypto than in it right now.
Ooh.
If you want to settle for a life of mediocrity and not have the best investment opportunity of your life, then go ahead, sit the fuck down. Let
Sit
us
on the
make this money.
sideline. I'm telling you, you're gonna be Bobby Boucher. The rest of us gonna be good to go. Your ass gonna be sitting right there next to the water cooler with them little raggedy ass cone shaped paper cups, still filling water for somebody else.
Waking up, going to your job that you hate every single day and complaining about how expensive everything is.
You missed out.
You missed
You
out.
missed out. And I mean, I'm sad that we didn't think about doing this a lot sooner because all through the summer, and I mean, we threw Corey spitballed the idea, and it was one of those things where you know he had to convince me, and I had to convince Nate, and he was a
Hey
package
man,
deal.
it is, we ain't crying over spilled milk. It is what
Well,
it
sure,
is.
but I mean, I would like to get the word out to the people. Even so,
For
granted,
sure.
we're not the only ones, but like, there's tons of information out there, and
For
so
sure.
at least for our circle, getting the information out there. They can come, they can watch it on their own time. We ain't got to sit down and shill it like crazy to them. They can take it in on their own dosage. That's all I got for the night, boys. Y'all got anything else?
I think this is a wrap, bud.
All right. Well,
Urgency. That's it. Have some urgency about
word
you.
of the week, urgency. Hit the like button, subscribe, keep on watching. We'll keep on putting out. We got shorts coming out regularly now. And thanks again. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a good week. Cheers, y'all.